You made it through check-in, the ship is waiting, your vacation is about to begin. Until security pulls you aside, and everything unravels. Cruise lines have quietly banned new items in 2025. And breaking the rules? That can get you disembarked fast. No warnings, no refunds, no cruise. These aren't just rumors. They're real rules that real travelers are already getting burned by. Here are the banned items you need to know before it's too late. You probably packed it for a little relaxation, your favorite ocean playlist, or that white noise machine that helps you fall asleep. But guess what? It's banned. Carnival Cruise Line has now fully prohibited Bluetooth speakers, even inside your own cabin. Why? They say it's to make sure you can hear emergency announcements. But let's be honest, it's also to stop people from turning the pool deck into Coachella. Same goes for Bluetooth white noise machines. Even if you plan to keep it low, security still sees it as a risk. So what's allowed? Earbuds, headphones, and maybe a soft hum from the air conditioning if you're lucky. Otherwise, your speaker might be spending the cruise in the naughty room, and you'll be relaxing to the sweet sound of nothing. Think you can outsmart cruise Wi-Fi prices with your own satellite dish? Think again. Cruise lines have officially banned personal Starlink systems, along with any hotspot devices that split your connection. Yep, even if it's just for your family. Some passengers tried bringing tech that shares one Wi-Fi plan across multiple devices. The cruise lines? Not amused. They now scan for rogue networks, and if they catch one, your gear gets confiscated. And no, you don't get it back until the cruise is over, if you're lucky. So unless you want to be flagged before you even unpack, ditch the hotspot hacks. Because in 2025, the only satellite you're connecting to is the one charging $30 a day. Remember when walkie-talkies were the smart way to keep tabs on your travel group? Cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian are banning them, along with wireless baby monitors. Why? They mess with the ship's emergency communication systems. Yes, really. Even the low-power models can interfere with radio frequencies, and that's a big deal when you're floating in the middle of the ocean. So don't count on security making exceptions. Many ships are done with the gray areas. They're banning these devices completely. Got kids on board? Stick to the cruise line's app to stay in touch. Or go old school and knock on the door. Because the only static you want on your cruise is from the sea breeze, not your two-way radio. Think you've outsmarted the drink package by sneaking on a box of wine? Cruise lines are cracking down hard, and boxed wine is at the top of the nope list. Why? Because it's harder to inspect, easier to tamper with, and harder to control once opened. Even if you're just trying to sip Cabernet on your balcony, that box could get flagged at security. Most lines still let you bring one standard bottle of wine per adult. But show up with a box, and it'll either be confiscated or held until disembarkation, if you're lucky. And don't even think about beer, liquor, or hard seltzers. Those are banned outright, so play it safe. Bring one sealed bottle. And yes, double check that your corkscrew isn't on the naughty list too. You decorated your cabin door with a cute little pineapple. Totally innocent, right? Well, not exactly. An upside-down pineapple has become an unofficial signal on cruise ships. And let's just say it doesn't mean tropical vibes. It's become widely known as a swinger symbol. And while that might sound funny, it's caused enough confusion and awkward moments that some cruise lines, like Carnival, have officially banned it. If you're caught displaying one, you could be asked to remove it immediately. And in some cases, you may even be reported to guest services. Even if you didn't know the meaning, it's still best to leave the fruit at home. So unless you're on a cruise where pineapples are part of the theme, stick to seashells and towel animals. Think your little outlet extender is a cruise hack? Not anymore. Cruise lines, especially Royal Caribbean, have quietly banned most multi-plug devices with standard sockets. We're not just talking surge protectors. Even those harmless-looking extenders with 2 extra outlets? Yep, banned. If your charger combines USB and traditional sockets, security might flag it and take it away during boarding. Why? Because these devices can overheat or interfere with the ship's electrical systems, especially on older vessels that weren't designed for modern tech. Here's the kicker. Many cabins still only have 2 outlets total, So what should you pack instead? A USB-only hub, no standard plugins, and make sure it doesn't have surge protection. Trust me, it's better than finding your extension cord in the naughty room lost and found. Thinking of capturing that epic sail-away shot with your drone? Think again. Cruise lines have cracked down hard on drones. Not just flying them, but even bringing them on board. Carnival and Norwegian won't let you bring one at all. Others might let you pack it, but you'll need to check it with security and never fly it on board. And in port, you better check local laws, because flying a drone in the wrong country can actually get you arrested. Yep, one guy did it and ended up facing charges. So unless you're on a drone-permitted excursion, just don't bother. Stick to your phone or a GoPro. They're lighter, safer, and way less likely to land you in cruise ship jail. You packed your favorite pink flamingo float. You imagine drifting peacefully in the cruise ship pool. But there's just one problem. Cruise pools are strict no-float zones. That means no pool noodles, no inflatable donuts, and definitely no giant unicorns. Why? Safety. With limited pool space and no lifeguards, floats become a serious hazard, even for kids. Pool staff won't hesitate to shut it down. They'll confiscate floaties faster than you can say Marco Polo. What's allowed? Life vests, and most ships offer them for free. So save the inflatable menagerie for your backyard pool, unless you want to see it deflate along with your cruise dreams. You step off the ship, ready to hit that postcard-perfect beach. Towel? Check. Flip-flops? Check. Sunscreen? Uh-oh. Because if your sunscreen isn't reef-safe, you could actually be fined, blocked from the beach, or even kicked off an excursion. Ports like Hawaii, the US Virgin Islands, and parts of Mexico have banned sunscreens with harmful chemicals that damage coral reefs and marine life. And no, your cruise line probably won't warn you. They don't enforce it on board. But local authorities do. Avoid the headache, avoid the guilt trip, pack reef-safe sunscreen from the start. It protects your skin and the ocean you came to enjoy. A little poker with friends sounds harmless, right? Especially when the ship's rocking and you've got hours to kill. But if there's real money on the table, and you're not inside the casino, you've just broken a major cruise rule. Cruise lines have strict policies against gambling for cash in public spaces like lounges, buffets, or pool decks. Why? To comply with international gambling laws and to avoid any onboard drama that comes with money disputes. Even a casual bet can get flagged by crew, and yes, they do monitor these things. So if you're feeling lucky, keep the stakes friendly. Or better yet, take it to the casino, where the chairs are comfier and no one's getting written up. This last one is already throwing a wrench into people's cruise plans. Some UK-based cruise lines are now saying, no wheelchair, no boarding, unless you booked the right cabin. Yep. Passengers who bring a wheelchair but didn't reserve an accessible cabin are being denied boarding, even if the chair is foldable. The cruise lines say it's about safety protocols. They need to ensure staff can assist during emergencies. But for many travelers, it feels more like a last-minute curveball. Imagine showing up for your long-awaited cruise and being turned away at the terminal because of your mobility aid. It's already happening. So if you, or a loved one, uses a wheelchair, double-check the fine print and call the cruise line directly. Better to be safe than stuck at the dock with a fully packed suitcase. Cruising should be smooth sailing, but just one overlooked item could turn your vacation upside down. These bans aren't just fine print. They're the difference between boarding with confidence or being called to the dreaded security desk. So before you zip up your suitcase, take 5 minutes to double-check your packing list. Because the rules have changed, and cruise lines aren't playing around. If this video helped you avoid a costly mistake, a quick like lets us know we're doing something right. And if you've ever had something confiscated, or dodged a packing disaster, drop your story in the comments below. Cruise smart, cruise safe, and we'll see you back here with more tips real soon.
This one trips up first-time cruisers all the time. Sure, bringing a few bags of candy or sealed snacks is perfectly fine. But if you try to board with a homemade sandwich, a bag of sliced cheese, or even a leftover pizza, it's going straight into the trash. Cruise ships follow strict sanitation and customs regulations, and anything perishable or not factory sealed can be flagged as a contamination risk. Worse, if you try to bring fruit or meat off the ship in port, especially in countries like Mexico or the Bahamas, you could face serious fines at the border. A quick snack isn't worth a legal headache. Trust us. We all have our comfort items, especially when sleeping in an unfamiliar place. For some, that's a heating blanket. But these, along with travel kettles, rice cookers, hot plates, and even small coffee makers, are strictly banned on cruise ships. Why? Once again, it's all about fire risk. These devices use exposed heating elements or draw too much power, which can be dangerous in a cruise cabin's compact environment. If you truly need warmth, consider a microwavable heating pad or a reusable hot water bottle. And remember, most cruise ships have complimentary coffee nearly 24/7, so you'll survive without your Keurig. This might sound strange, but wearing camo could get you into serious trouble once you're off the ship. While camouflage clothing is totally fine in many countries, it's illegal in others, especially across parts of the Caribbean like Barbados, Jamaica, or Trinidad. Why? In these regions, camouflage is often reserved for military or police, and civilians wearing it could be mistaken for impersonators, or even face fines or questioning. So while you can wear it on board, why risk it? One innocent outfit could turn into an awkward conversation with customs, or worse.